Just realizing my first time back on camera and my hair looks a complete fucking mess. What's up, my favorite jackets in the frame? What's up, YouTube subscribers, everybody out there? Oh man, what a year it has been. It's the end. It's finally the end. 2020 has been a roller coaster of events that have happened and everything, but it puts a lot of things in perspective for me. So I don't want to make this video real long and anything like that. Just want to get straight to the point. And I know I've done this before, but this time, like this whole year, this pandemic, shutting everything down, the way things have happened, have really made me be like, you know what? I think it's time to hang it up. I had a good time doing the YouTube thing and everything like that, meeting new people, talking to new people, talking about movies, stuff like that. But I really feel like, I think it's just time, I think it's just time. I don't want to say I don't feel as passionate about it as I do, because I always feel passionate about movies, but with, the way things in the world has happened, I'm just kind of just like, you know what? Yesterday I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, videos about stuff I really like. Like those content creators. I was like, you know what? I like just sitting back and watching and stuff like that. So not having to worry about putting a video out here and there every time. Just sitting back, and I think that's fine. So I just want to just sit back and just go back to the way things were. I enjoy just watching other people that have mountains upon mountains of content and subscribers and stuff like that. Just watching them be entertained. That's what I want to do. So that being said, this is like the last time I'm going to be seeing you guys possibly ever, so let's just go out on a bang as much as 2020 has allowed us. I look back at the movies I've seen. I really only seen technically 27 movies or so that I was categorized as like, being allowed to be on the top 10 best list, I guess. A movie that came out in theaters or was going to come out in theaters or came out in theaters before the pandemic hit, and I got it down to 5, so I was just like, I wanted to do 10, but I was just like, the other 5 outside of my top 5, I was like, I can't really justify them being like the best movies of 2020, really. They were passable, but the best, no. So I got down to 5. So let's do this real quick, guys, one more time. Here are my top 5 movies of 2020, and here we go. Coming in number 5 for me, a movie that came out in March, and then it came out like 2 weeks, a month later on Disney Plus. I was like, oh shit, that could have waited and saw it for free. But I'm glad I did see it. And number 5 movie for me is Onward. Disney Pixar's Onward. I had a good time with this movie and everything like that. It hits that brother element for me because I'm all about my bros and shit like that. So that movie definitely hit it home for me. And the animation in the movie, of course, is Pixar's. Their animation is just on par. That's just the standard. I like the characters, like the journey, like the mythical element of everything like that. Onward was a really good brotherly movie that surprised me. It was like, oh, can Pixar do original movies? I'm never like, when it hit those original movies, that hits them home and knock them out the park. And this one was good. I really enjoy Onward. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt definitely have great on-screen chemistry. Like that. So I hope we see Star-Lord and Spider-Man in the MCU together again for another, rampart. But for now, we got them in Onward, and they were great in that movie. So if you don't remember Onward or you didn't see it, it's on Disney Plus right now. So if you got Disney Plus, which you should, check it out, enjoy it. Onward. Film number 4 for me, this movie, it did come out in theaters. It actually came out, I can't remember, I think it was September or something like that, but it did come out in theaters oh so briefly. And it came out in that window when the theaters were just allowed to open back up, at least where I live at. They're just allowed to open back up. This movie just came out right in that pocket, and this movie definitely surprised the shit out of me. That movie is Unhinged, and Russell Crowe kills it in Unhinged. This movie, I was just like, oh my god, like this is just some real shit. You know what Hinge is about? The movie pretty much about this guy or whatever like that. He's Russell Crowe. He's he's off the road. He's crazy. And just one day, this one chick just decided to piss him off or like that. Because she gives him the New York horn. We all hate that shit. And he just pretty much just goes on a rampage to just make her life a living hell. I believe on Unhinged, it's on demand. If you got on demand, check it out on there. You should definitely watch it. I enjoyed the shit out of Unhinged, and I enjoyed it so much because, like I said, it was that mix of, oh my god, back in the movies, this is great, I love that feeling, but also it was a really good thriller to keep you on the edge of your seat, just like, oh shit, what is gonna happen? This dude's a maniac. And I like it more because what happened to Russell Crowe in this movie literally happened to anybody who has any type of road rage like that. This could happen to you, and you better stay off the road. So Unhinged was a great movie. I had a good time with it. I was just like, you know what, that should be on the top 5 of my best list movie because I remember it, one of the movies I remember the most. It came out in theaters. Check the list. It was a good movie. Enjoyed it. And number 3 for me, it's like, oh shit, like, once I knew this pandemic was hitting and it wasn't gonna go away no time soon, it's like, watch this be like my number 1 movie of the year. And it's not, but it's definitely top 3. Who would have thought? Sonic the Hedgehog. Who would have thought? Like I said, this movie has gone through so much of the backlash shit before it actually hit theaters. You know, when Sonic looked like a monster. All right, but we got authentic Sonic. I thought it was a good, intro to the Sonic verse that they're doing, because they're making a sequel. They're bringing in Tails, Knuckles. Who else knows what they're bringing the whole Sonic verse? They're all coming. I think for the first outing, they did Sonic really good. Like the animation, well, the CGI animation with Sonic was really good. But they got Sonic's character down packed. I like the elements of it, and I like to see where it's going to go, because I hope Sonic leaves like the human world, goes back to his world, shit like that, so we can see him face off against, maybe Dr. Robotnik, Sonic and the Echidnas, everything like that. Let's get in the chaos and let's get into the Sonic lore, and I really enjoyed it. It was like holy shit. I'm surprised I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would. Speaking of Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey stole the show as Dr. Robotnik. You know what? When I get off camera, I think I'm going to watch Sonic again, because this was like 90s Jim Carrey back, and I loved it. Sonic the Hedgehog was number 3 movie of the year. I had a great time with it. I suggest you definitely check it out. I believe it's on demand. All these movies on the list are on a streaming site somewhere, so you can see it for yourself. But Sonic the Hedgehog's number 3. Number 2 for me, a movie I just saw yesterday. Christmas. Christmas, that's when I saw it. Still a good movie, a movie that I think I'm going to watch again, because it's a movie that the more you watch it, the more you're just like, it gets deeper and deeper, and you appreciate it more. It's another Pixar movie, and that movie is Soul. Starring Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey. I had a great time with Soul. It's a movie that, like I said, one of the first movies I watched on Christmas Day. Like, okay, new movies are coming out. Let's check them out, because they're both going to be good, right? Right, just letting you know, Wonder Woman 1984 was just, I gave it a good time, one time only, because like I said, it was a movie that you could just watch one time. It's free, check it out, cool. Well, if you saw it in theaters, you'd probably be like, well, that was a waste of time. Fuck, but not Soul. Soul was definitely a great movie. I had a great time with it. It's another movie that reminded me of Inside Out, in the way that Pixar just makes you think like how things actually work, their interpretations on real world stuff. I still to this day make me feel like Pixar's Inside Out made me think like maybe there are little people in your mind and make you, control how you feel, stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say. And Soul, it's like maybe this like how like the soul works and everything like that when you die and like before you live and everything like that. It's just crazy, real deep I'm not gonna edit that out because I just can't talk today. Fuck. But I just know that Soul was a good movie. I had a great time with it. It was number 2 movie. I had a great time. I loved it. The music was great. The jazz music was great. The themes were great. Everything about it just hit on all cylinders. So with that being said, let's get into the number 1 movie that I thought that I was like, I had to look back on my list like, oh, you know what? I did see this movie, and it is still my number 1 movie of the year because it was the most unique movie and the most unique movie experience I'm ever gonna have for like the rest of my life, because I don't think theaters are coming back anytime soon. So let's reminisce with the number 1 movie. Here we go. Here it is, guys. My number 1 movie of the year. I believe it came out in the January movie. I think January. I'm not looking at my list. I think it was. And that movie is 1917. Oh my god. This was the movie experience of movie experiences for me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna like hold on to this movie because this was the movie experience. Probably the best one I'm ever gonna get rest of my life. No other movie like this that at least I've seen. The movie that literally puts you in the movie because it's all shot in the first. Not only is it all shot in the first person, but it's all shot in like that one shot. So it's just like there's no real noticeable jump cuts. It's just pretty much just like, yeah, you are this character. You're with these 2 other characters on this journey, and the way it just immerses yourself. Cause I saw it in Dolby. My first Dolby movie I saw, it was just like, Dolby's crazy. I love it, and I hope I can go back to it. But I never felt so immersed in a movie ever than I did when I saw 1917, because it was just that good, that engrossing. It's like, I believe, did it win some awards? I hope it did. It had a great time with it. It's like, I think about it more and just like, it made me think about the old days of we didn't have to wear masks. We go to the movies, have a good time. That's what the movie experience should be about. And that's why we got to keep movie theaters alive. We got to keep them alive for 2021. Even though Warner Brothers like, yeah, we're putting all our movies on HBO Max, so you could just watch them there. Oh, that sucks. Well, what kind of sucks? I want to see Godzilla versus King Kong on the big screen. That deserves to be on the big screen. That should be on the big screen. So anyway, guys, that's my top 5 movies of the year that I've seen. My top favorite best movies. I don't want to do a worse list because that's not fair. I just wanted to say thanks for everybody for letting me, to all people who do watch, listen, comment, subscribe, whatever. Had a good time. I'm gonna miss you guys, but this is just what it is. I had a great time doing this for as long as I have been doing it. It's just been great. It's been amazing. I met a lot of people, and yeah. This is the end, part of the journey is the end. Yeah, I will still have all my videos from, when I started doing this all the way up from 2014 to 2020. Yeah, we'll have all those movies, so those will still be there. Well, I had a great time. It was good seeing you guys. I love you guys, and like I said, this has just been amazing, and I hope you guys, I just burped. I hope you guys have a good 2020, good 2021, and we just pull through it, because this pandemic, it's just making life shitty, but we're going to pull through it as long as we stay together and just, keep on doing what we're doing. So, like I said, love you guys, and just thanks for everything. Have a good year.